You ready? All right, here we go. When we're multiplying these monomials, right? Remember, we're just taking and multiplying the numbers. What's negative 2 times 6?
Negative 12.
Okay? That was easy. Right? And then we're going to multiply the letters. Right? R's with R's. Right? So, when we multiply the letters, right? What we have here is we add. Remember? We talked about this before. We add the exponents.
So R to the 5th.
R to the 5th. Okay? And then when we do the S's, right? When there's no number here, what's there?
1.
A 1. Good. So we add those and it's
4.
4 and 1 is
5.
5. So it's S to the 5th also, right? What's the degree of this polynomial? Now this is crucial. What we're going to do to find the degree is we take the exponents, right? And we add them up. So we're going to take the exponents and we're going to add them. And that tells me the degree. Okay? What's the degree of this polynomial?
10th degree.
It's a 10th degree. Is there a name for it? Yep, but we don't have to know it. See, I'm nice sometimes, right? I could make you learn up to 100, right? But I'm just making you learn up to 5. Because that's what's on the test. And I want you ready for that test. Okay? So, 10th degree, we just call it 10th degree. And now, hey, how many pieces are there? And it's how many pieces are adding to each other. Right? How many terms are adding to each other? And there's only one, right? So we call this a monomial. Monomial. Mono on mono. One on one, right? One on one. Mono. One. Okay? So monomial. Okay? Now, look at 33. This looks really hard. Like Sarah said, do we have enough room to do this? And I'm like, yeah. Right? So, what are we going to do? We're going to do the numbers, right? The numbers. The numbers are negative 4 and 3. Negative 4 times 3 is what?
Negative 12.
Yeah. Okay? Now we add the letters. Because we're multiplying the A and the A and the A, but we're just adding their exponents, right? So what's 3 plus 3 plus 1?
7.
Okay. And then what's 1 plus 2 plus 4? So what we're doing there is we're saying,
7.
so I'll even do this. 3 plus 3 plus 1. And B is 1 plus 2 plus 4. And C is 2 plus 1 plus 5. And what we're coming up with is negative 12, A to the 7th, B to the 7th, C to the
8.
Okay? So what's the degree of the polynomial?
7.
No, remember we're adding these.
Oh.
So 7 and 7 and 8, when they're multiplied together like this, we're going to add them up, right? So we're going to add these and know the degree. What's the degree? It's 7 and 8 is 15 plus 7 is
21.
close. 22. 22nd degree monomial. Okay, because there's only one piece. Okay? Alright, now for the hard one. Am I catching myself? Okay. This one is, there's 2 of these, right? So it's x plus 4 times x plus 4. Okay? Now this is where we're going in here. This is the stuff we're going to be doing. And next chapter, we're going to be going the backwards way. Right now we're distributing it. Next semester or next chapter, we're going to be factoring it. Okay? So we're going to get this from our answer.
What's that number?
Okay?
What's the number?
The 2? Okay. So that means there's 2 of these. So, and I call this clamshell distribution. Okay, clamshell because I go here, right? That's x times x. What is that? I add the ones, I add the ones. 1 plus 1 is 2. X squared, right? 1 times 1 is 1, right? So that's x squared, and then times x times 4?
4.
Yeah. So we got x squared plus 4x, right? And then watch this. And I take this side. What's 4 times x?
4.
4x, right?
Yeah.
And then I take this. 4 times 4. Okay? And then I add these two up. Okay? And if you get used to writing it like this, you can write them all in one string. Right? But if you get used to it like this, then you'll see that, okay, this has nothing to add to, so I've got just x squared. These add up because they're both x's. Right? So I'm going to get 8x. And then this is just 16. It adds to nothing. Right? And so that's my polynomial. But what kind of polynomial is this? And this is the one we're going to use all the time. That's why it's really crucial you know what it is. So we know that it's a second degree, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does second degree mean?
Quad.
Quadratic. And then how many pieces?
1, 2, 3. So, trinomial.
We are going to be using quadratic trinomials a ton. Okay? A ton. We're going to learn how to graph quadratics. We're going to learn how to deal with quadratics, factoring quadratics. We're going to go backwards with this. You're going to be able to take this x squared plus 8x plus 16 and go, okay, that's x's, plus this means they're the same. Boom. Two things that multiply to be 16, but they add to be 8. Well, that's 4 and 4. And be like, bam, it's done, son. That's what you guys are going to be doing in 1 month. Okay? That's why we have to know how to do this. We have to be able to go forwards before we can go backwards, right? It's huge. This stuff should be easy right now, right? But it gets hard real fast. And if you're not paying attention and you're just goofing around on your phone or not taking notes or just listening isn't going to work. Okay? Alright, next. Again, this is a binomial with a trinomial. We're going to factor this through. We're going to distribute this. Okay? We're going to multiply. So 2x times x squared. So that's 2x to the, what's 1 and 2?
Third.
3. Yeah. Then 2x times negative 4x.
6x. Negative 6x.
Negative 6x. How many x's though? 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
There was 2 and 1. Now there's 1 and 1. Then we got 2x times 3.
That's 5. Oh, never mind.
That's a 3.
6x.
Right? Okay, so that's how much?
6.
Positive 6x. Right? And now when I do this, I'm going to change the color a little bit. So I know that I'm on the second one. That's 5 times x squared. So what's 5 times x squared?
5x.
5x
To the fifth.
squared. 5x squared.
Yeah,
Right? Because this is x is 0. And 0 plus 2 is... So there's no x, and 2 x's means 2 x's, right? So I got 5x squared. That goes in the x squared column. And there's 5 of them, right? Okay? And I got 5 times negative 4x. What's that?
Positive 1. X.
Timesing. 5
Oh.
times 4, negative 4.
Negative 20x.
Negative 20. And then you count how many x's you got. Yeah. 1x, right? 1x. Because there's none here, and there's 1 there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There's none here, and there's 2 here, so I got 2.
Yeah.
Okay? None here, and 1 here, so I got 1.
Okay, yeah.
Okay? And then I got none and none, so this is going to be no x's. But then I've got 5 times 3 is
15.
Okay? And see, when I line them up like this, it makes it a little easier, right? So I can add them up. Well, all we're doing is adding them up. You'll find that a lot of my math that I set you guys up with is just adding. We're just going to add. We're just going to add. We might be adding negative numbers, but we're adding. Okay? So think of it like this. 2 and nothing is 2, right? So I got 2x cubed. Negative 6 and 5, we're adding those. I'm adding a negative 6. Right? So I need 6 chairs. Somebody gives me 5.
Negative 11.
I need 1, right? I need 1 chair. I need 1x squared. If I need 6 and someone gives me 5, then I only need 1. Feel me?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay? But let's say I need 20 and someone gives me 6.
You need
14 more.
Yeah, I need 14. Right? Or I just have 15. Boom. So, now what is this called? What's the degree of this polynomial?
5th.
What's the
Third.
degree? Third. Good. What do we call that?
Trinomial.
No, we're getting it confused.
Cubic.
Trinomial is 3 pieces. Cubic is the degree. Yeah, it's okay. Hey, you're trying. What I need. I need you to try. That's awesome. This is tough. But by the time you get to my Algebra 2, this is what we learned in Algebra 2, first semester. By the time you get there, guess what you're going to know? This is what I'm setting you up for. Success. And if you listen to me, now, next year, and the year after, you will be ready for college. I guarantee you. But if you fight me on it, and you don't listen to me, and you continue to not work, you're going to be just like half of my seniors, if not all of them, not all, because I know that a couple of them are ready. But most of my seniors are not ready for college because they fight me on this. They fight me on work. They try to just get away with doing as little as possible, and they will not be successful in college because of it. No matter how great of a ball player, football, basketball, wrestler, I don't care. Because if you can't do the homework, bye-bye. It's that simple. They don't need you. Okay? So, I want you to be successful. Guaranteed. And you watch. If you do all this work now and next year, when you come into Algebra 2, it's going to be easy. I swear to you, it's going to be easy. Alright, cubic, and then how is this a monomial, binomial, trinomial, polynomial?
polynomial.
Why is it a polynomial?
Because
It's
it's more than 3 seconds.
more than 3. Yeah, so we just call it a polynomial. Why a polynomial? What does poly mean?
Many more.
Many. Many. Very good. So, that's it. Alright, next problem. One more problem, we're done. You're not done, but I'm done. Okay? But I like the work in here. I love seeing the work. Alright. Let's see here. This makes me a lot happier, I'll tell you that much. Okay. So we got, we're multiplying, right? So everybody on the block gets some paper. So I'm going to take this times this. Okay, this one's a little funky. Normally, I would want to put these in order. Right? I would put these in order. But let's say we're lazy and we don't do that. I'll show you how messed up things can get. But it's okay. We can fix it. Alright, so 2x times 4. What is that? So it's 2 times 4, which is 8. Okay? And then how many x's? Just 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay? What's 2x times x? So it's 2 times negative 1.
2x.
So negative 2, and then how many x's?
2 of them.
2 of them. So negative 2 and how many x's?
2.
2. So it's squared. Okay? Alright, then we got 2 times 6, which is
12.
12. Okay? Oops, I don't know why I put 16. 12, and I got x and x cubed. So 3 x's and 1 x means
4.
4 x's. Okay? Alright, now I'm going to change my color. Because I'm moving on to the next section. Alright? And I'm going to take this guy times this. So what's 10 times 4?
40.
40. Do I have one with no x's?
Yeah. Or no.
No, so I'm just going to put that either this side or this side. Since I'm on this side, why not just go plus 10 or 40? Sorry about that. Right? But I'm not going to put it underneath another one of these because it doesn't belong. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? So now I'm going to go 10 times negative x.
Negative 10.
Negative 10, good. And is it x? Or how many x's?
1.
1x. So I'm going to put it in the x column, negative 10. Okay? And then I'm going to go to the next one. See how it's starting to look like a clamshell?
Yeah.
Right? So that's why I call it clamshell. Okay? And so the next one's 10 times 6. 10 times 6 is 60. I have no x and I have 3 x's. But I don't see one with 3 x's, do I? So I got to make one, right? So how about I just make that over here then? So is it plus 60x cubed? Right? So see how now we can set it up really easily. Because this doesn't go with anything. These go with each other. So negative 10 and 8 gives me, if I need 10 and someone gives me 8,
Negative 2.
I need 2. Okay? This doesn't go with anyone, so it just comes down. This doesn't go with anyone, so it just comes down. This doesn't go with anyone, so it just comes down. And now we got to put them in order. Does that make sense? So we got to put them in order. So from highest to lowest. So 4, so that's plus 12x to the 4th. Plus 60x to the 3rd. Minus 2x squared. Right? Minus 2x and then minus 40. And so that's in order, right? 4, 3, 2, 1. And what's here?
0.
0. I want to kiss you. Because students in pre-cal can't tell me that. Okay? And you're learning it. You are learning it now in algebra. Because you're listening. You're paying attention. This is so important. You guys don't realize how important that x to the 0 is. It is the most important thing out there. Okay? Now, what do we call this? It's the 4th degree. This is a hard one. We haven't done this one yet.
4th degree.
4th degree. What do we call that? Quartic. Very good. Nice. Quartic. And then how many pieces?
Polynomial or whatever.
Polynomial, right?
1 plus 0.
It's more than 3. Poly, it's many. Polynomial. Sorry, no. Meal. Okay? That's it. Okay? I want you guys to do the rest of these two assignments. You got it.